Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we're all here and we're going to be talking all the entrepreneur, freelancer. Hi, Regina. Y'all, tell me where everybody is coming in from. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. Y'all, I'm so excited. I just got off of I do a lot, y'all. So, because I'm an entrepreneur and entrepreneurs do the most. Somebody named Shirls. Somebody has Shirls? You're a Shirley? Oh my gosh. Please DM me so I don't lose you. But I just got off of, and if anybody was there, please come say hi and share some of what you learned. But every other week, I do a free bi-weekly virtual workshop called Control Create, where I teach people how to use AI tools. So I am co-founder of AI in the Culture, and if there's any AI in the Culture people in here, please say hi. I'm the co-founder of AI in the Culture. Again, y'all, I'll be doing the most. I co-founded it with King Williams-Toney. He created BBL Drizzy. He has another really viral song happening right now called Move Bish. It's like the 1975 version of Ludacris's Move Bish, Get Out the Way. And so we created this community called AI in the Culture, where we basically serve Black and brown creators, innovators, educators, and helping them get access to AI tools, helping them become educated in AI. We've done in-person workshop. We just finished like a 6-month partnership with Dow Jones. And in 2 weeks, we're starting another 6-month partnership with Salesforce, which I'm so excited about. But when we were at the Dow Jones, we had Adobe come in and teach and this is all free, y'all. Again, I am committed to making sure my people remain educated and ahead of the curve. But we did free workshops with Adobe, teaching people how to use like Firefly, Photoshop, their AI integrations. We did a free workshop with Udio. This is the platform that I think he made BBL Drizzy in this app. And so we taught people, we did like an AI in the Culture theme song using Udio. I think Udio, actually, they're on pause. And there's some weird stuff going on with them. We've had people from Spotify come and do panels and workshops not a workshop, but a panel on how they use AI to curate their listeners' like very unique playlists. But yeah, every Tuesday, and you can, in my link tree in my bio, there's a link where you can register. You just go register and it'll let you know when the next one is. But if you are interested in learning AI, I use AI all the time. I use it, as you guys may or may not know, I run a content studio, Willie B Studios, and we tell stories for Fortune 500 companies. Most of the people who work at Willie B Studios are women. They're all Black and brown in very high executive positions doing incredible things. I'm so happy and proud of them. But we tell stories for Fortune 500 companies, supporting them in podcasting, branded content. We work a lot with creators, with athletes. But I use AI in my business all day. It helps me move better, faster. She's like, are y'all hiring? Go to our website, williebstudios.com. That's sad, I didn't remember that for a moment. williebstudios.com. And at the bottom, you can like put your info in. And I think you can attach your resume, but even just put your email in and it'll alert me. And then we can talk back and forth and I'll get your resume. So I'm originally from Connecticut. Yes, there are Black people in Connecticut, and I see one of my besties in here, Charity, who's also from Connecticut. I lived in New York for most of my adult life, for like 20 years. I did 1 year in Dallas, Texas. I love Dallas, Texas. I love Texas. And I got married in, y'all, it was a swirl. We got engaged in January of this year. And then we got married in April of this year. Then we moved in with each other in May of this year. And then we had a ceremony in September of this year. And now I'm in New Jersey. It's been a doozy. Nebraska, Brooklyn girlies, CT girly. I love Connecticut, Nebraska. Yep, hubby knew what time it was. Dallas. Cheryl's is in Jersey? Cheryl's, we gotta do like a coffee date or a co-working date. I need more Jersey friends. I really, really love Jersey. So I would love to build more community here in Jersey. So, oh, what are my other besties that come back to New York City? But no. Oh, we connected in Hugh. Girl, I didn't know that was you. Now I know who that's you. Indiana, Jersey. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right. What are y'all building currently? Y'all know I'm a builder. I built a studio. I bootstrapped it from the ground up. So any questions you have around that, I want to answer those things. I built AI in the culture. We are literally the only community for Black and Brown creators, innovators, educators in AI that's doing what we're doing. We built that. I helped build Who You Know, which is the largest community of BIPOC professionals in media entertainment. It was founded by Bree Frank, who's an executive in media out in LA, and she brought a bunch of us together, Kristen Carter, Gideon, Annie, and we helped build Hugh. I had to step down from my post because it was just too much, but I still love. Charity said, wait, I want to talk AI. How'd you use ChatGPT today? How'd I use chat? I use chat to help me plan my day. Again, I be doing the most. And not only am I a founder / CEO, I'm also a creative. So I need a lot of help at trying to like organize my thoughts, my ideas, my creativity, my time. So I use chat to help me with that. I actually built a GPT within chat that is specialized on Shirley, how I like to spend my time, how I like to structure my time, my schedule. So each day I just start my day with going in and being like, tell me what my schedule is for the day. It has all of my priorities, all of my tasks, deliverables that I have to hit for the week. I spend a lot of time on the front end building these things because I save so much time on the back end. So that's one of the ways that I used AI today. Another way that I used it was I was teaching people how to prompt. We were in my in my Control Create free virtual workshop that I just got finished teaching. I was teaching people how to come away from weak prompts, because prompts are essentially like the information that you feed the AI tool to get out what it is that you want. So I was teaching them like, it's basically garbage in, garbage out. Same thing with our mind. If you feed it something weak, it's gonna output something weak. So I built a framework called RACE, R-A-C-E, Role, Action, Context, Example, and how you can take what it is that you're trying to build or you're trying to achieve in the AI, and you build it using this RACE, Race, Action, Context, Example framework to get a higher output. So that was another way that I use AI today. All right, what are y'all building? We are building a event agency. Read the trends on community and on events. We are now, because of what COVID has done, and there's so many reports out there that support this, these ideas, so much research. because of what COVID did, which basically isolated us and secluded us. And because of this rapid growing advancement of AI, community and in-person events are a growing need, and it's going to balloon. So to the young woman that's building an events agency, keep going. It is needed. It might be a slow burn to like get it off its feet, but if you stick in there, you hang in there, and you keep going, there is going to become a time where what you're building is going to be so necessary. If I don't answer you guys, just keep putting your comments or questions in here until I see it. Social media marketing business, and yeah, social media marketing. We're at the bottom of the creator economy. We're at the bottom of this digital transformation. It's up from here. Stick with it. It is a growing and growing and growing need. Event decor business. Okay, you got to get with the event agency lady, so y'all could be doing decor and events all together. Define studio. So we're not a physical studio just yet, but I am. I'm not in the process yet of building it, but I'm ideating around it. And if you know me, it's gonna happen. But we're a studio in theory. So we have a few different verticals. We have branded content. That's where we work with Fortune 500 companies to develop stories, video and audio stories around their campaigns. And those campaigns are typically centered around an athlete, a creator, an influencer, while uplifting that brand's product, mission, initiative. And then we also do a lot of podcasting. I was just checking some of the data on a podcast that we just released. It's called More Than That with Gia Peppers. We did it in partnership with Dentsu, Kroger, Buick. Y'all, I just went on YouTube to look at our numbers. One of our episodes we put up 2 weeks ago already has 1.2 million views. And there's a lot of strategy on how we got there. We did all the production, and then Dentsu was really driving the social media push. But what I built out was a framework around Mr. Beast's strategy to social. And then we incorporated some of that into the content and the strategy for YouTube distribution on top of putting paid media on it. And it's chef's kiss. It's working. It's going so well. So that's branded content, podcast verticals. We also, we're launching Creator Ventures, where we are doing the production and content for more macro creators. So we have a lot of creators. A lot is relative. It's like 5 to 7, but they're high quality macro creators. Some are probably in this chat because they're so loving and supportive. But once the ink is dry, then I'll announce it. And that's going to be amazing. And then we also do social. So those are like our 4 verticals. And then also supporting companies with AI. I'm from New York right now, but in Maryland, I'm working on building my mindset. Listen, entrepreneurship, freelancing, being a creator, it's inner work. It starts in here first. You have to master your mind. If you can master your mind, you can master life, you can master business, you can master it all. We can talk about that, but if you're looking to get from corporate into freelance, corporate into entrepreneurship, it's an inside job first, more than anything. I always say, and I got this from Tony Robbins, if y'all aren't familiar with him, check him out, but I'm pretty sure most of y'all are. Entrepreneurship is 80% psychology, 20% execution. That's it. I'm building an online marketplace offering logistics services. Ooh, what kind of logistics services? Foreclosure defense and strategy. I dig it. I just signed my first client to my. Ooh, can you share who your client is? If not, can you share more about your creative agency? What did I use to build what? Let me know what you're talking about, T. Okay, Nashville. Oh, hi, Robin. Hello, my AI and the culture fam. An AI matching service for Black women? What kind of matching? Job matching, dating matching, love matching, church matching? Currently trying to build an AI ran team for my accounting. Oh my gosh, you have to tell me more. I'm building, oh yeah, this thing is wiping me out. I look forward to the day when it's easier, but I'm building more AI agents. So basically, instead of us being, I think we're a team of 7 or 8, we can function like a team of 16. And that's through the AI agents. Yes, Hugh is amazing. I'm building a content business using AI and micro creators. Oh my gosh, I want to hear about this. Did you see that data on like how, oh, this is kind of different, but like micro stories are ballooning? I think they're going to be able to compete with the long form series work. So like reality TV, things you see on Bravo or things you see on HGTV. But micro creators they will be able to compete with, in terms of getting brand dollars, brand recognition, because they're trending towards having higher engagement, just not, or even just as much as macro engagements. Therefore, their value is going up with micro creators. So everybody in here, if you have aspirations to be a creator and make money off of brand deals, make money off of partnerships, sponsorships, but you don't have macro numbers, have no fear. Micro creators are here. And they are just as valuable. Building a staffing agency, I love it. Yo, y'all are this makes me so happy. I am just so happy. Building a transportation company. One of my friends is Ramel Watley. He runs Truck and Hustle. And they have like a massive YouTube channel all about transportation industry. But if you're not familiar with it, please go watch that content. It's chef's kiss. I love any insights on how to strengthen it so I can begin the physical building. Ronnie Cakes, can you tell me a little bit about what you're talking about? Are you trying to build a brick and mortar for your business? Ashley, I have a journaling membership creating communities centered on, I love this. What's involved with a journaling membership? Yes, so many incredible people here with so many incredible businesses. I'm currently trying to figure out how to use ChatGPT to redesign and rebuild my website. What about using like a Wix or Square where they already have like a foundation, and then they have like these ChatGPT like tools built inside. I just had a film that we just released to network a few weeks ago, and I built our website in like 2 hours on Wix using their integrated AI tools. Can y'all tell me, when you say build something, just because it's a lot of people and I won't remember, can you just tell me what you're talking about? I don't want to overlook you. From my planner business that fell. Girl, I saw this white guy on here. He was like, it's not failure, it was fences. God was trying to protect me. Everything is perspective. You didn't fail last year. You learned something. Don't you let nobody tell you failed. You got smarter. You probably 10 times smarter than me because of that experience. Can you share prompts you use to help you do this? Luxury traveler Shonda, tell me one more time to do what? So I could tell you the prompts. I've been scared to use AI, but I definitely you have to. Y'all, the train has left the station. I get it. It's a scary thing. The train has left the station. Every day you are delayed and not using it, that gap widens. You can use it 5 minutes a day. You don't have to like put the pressure on yourself to become some AI wizard. It could be on, try Notebook LM. If you're a reader or you like podcasts, you can feed it a link and say, summarize this for me. Or if you want help meal planning for the week, you can go in ChatGPT and say, here's what you can take a picture of your refrigerator and say, here's what I have in the refrigerator. I don't want this food to go to waste. Give me some meal recipes for the week. Please, y'all, please make sure you are learning it. The information in the news, the data is real. I don't know if y'all saw, but Omnicon today announced that 4,000 jobs are going to be let go. A lot of this is because of AI. And that's not to scare you. While there's going to be so many jobs that will be lost, there's going to be so many jobs that are created. But if you are learning it, you are positioning yourself to be ahead of the curve and to be positioned to where you can much more easily access those jobs that are going to be created. But I don't want to scare you, but I do want to encourage you to please learn it. Please learn it. If you need me to help, I'm here. This is another reason why I started doing Control Create, which is the bi-weekly free virtual workshops to teach people, and why I do AI in the culture, to teach Black and brown people about AI, so that you can see it's not scary. And it's if you learn how to use it, it can make you move better, faster, quicker, and it can put you ahead. So I can help you, like, break through some of those fears. But you have to start with like just dipping your toe in the pool. Don't be scared. Please don't be scared. Best uses for AI for small service providers. Life with Ty. Ty's my husband's name too. I love you, Ty. That's to you, Ty, and to my other Ty. Tell me what kind of service provider you are, but you can do very like basic things. You can have it help you with accounting. So as a small business, y'all, I did so much today. I'm wiped. I was doing sales, marketing. I'm not there yet. I have bootstrapped my business to be a 7-figure business, but 85% of the money is reinvested back into the business, whether it be for payroll, for marketing, for me learning, for employee benefit something, right? So because of that, and I'm working on getting myself to a place where I'm doing less and less of having my hands in so many other places. But because of that, I often have to do a bunch of different things. So today I was reviewing cuts, giving notes and edits, working with the editor, working with composers. I was working on the website. Now, these are things that, if you're at a big company, traditionally, it's assigned to your marketing team. It's assigned to your operations team, not at a small business. So for small service providers, for freelancers, for small businesses where we have to do a lot of the things because we have not gotten to a revenue threshold that will allow us to outsource every single thing, AI is tremendous for that. So again, it helps me with my scripting. It helps me with marketing. And to the young lady, Ty, who was asking about best uses for AI for small businesses. The same thing as I use it for my business, you can use it in the same ways. No failure. That's right. Just needed some more time to nurture that business. I love it. Husband and I are building a nationwide app for consumers to shop Black-owned businesses. Lots of AI integration. Let me know if you're using Google AI Studio or you're doing any vibe coding for that. You could build that app. There's a guy, he built in 72 hours, I think he built like 50 apps. You can Google this guy. What other tools do you use other than ChatGPT? Claude is, darn it, I missed it. Claude is amazing. If you are creative in here, Claude is phenomenal for brainstorming, for anything around text, for formatting, scripting. Notebook LM is wonderful if you're like a researcher or you have to analyze a lot of data. You can feed. Notebook LM is so cool. Maybe in my next Control Create, we'll do some work in Notebook LM. But you can feed it a bunch of information, and then it can make a podcast with a button, and like it'll feel like you're watching Diary of a CEO, and it's regurgitating a summary of all the data, all the research that you fed it. I love Runway and Midjourney for text to image or text to video. VO3 is insane, like incredible for generating video, and it can do video, audio with that video. But yeah, I love all those tools. Where do you learn AI? You can learn AI on YouTube. You can literally just go on YouTube and put like AI for beginners, but so many good tools on there, on YouTube, that is. Again, guys, if you ask something and I didn't answer you, just keep dropping it in here until I do. So I make sure. Someone said, I love this idea. Hello from the 203. Hey, Cree. Yes, I love that everybody is tapping into their entrepreneurial bag. I love it. Hello from Deucey, my nephew. 3PL shipping and storing logistics and eco-friendly branding supply. Girl, you out here saving the earth. I love it. I love it. Micro creator, yes, keep going. How can we view this live later? My friend said there's a way I can like download it and put it on YouTube. I'll figure it out and I'll put it up there for y'all. Just finished my master's last month so I can really dive in. Go ahead, girl, dive in. I'm working on something like that, but I keep getting stuck. What you getting stuck on? I'm a clarity catalyst and working on expanding my brand reach with the book I just published. Ooh, what is a clarity catalyst? I'm learning how to create agents to help people with DIY foreclosure defense motions. How are you building your agents? If there's something you want to know specifically about like entrepreneurship, making revenue, marketing, sales, how I'm doing it, how I did it, how I scaled to 7 figures, how I'm working with big athletes, creators, influencers, let me know so I can tell you. I never officially had like a corporate job, a traditional corporate job, but I worked in media and entertainment as a freelancer for 12 years. I quickly jumped to like $100,000 in like my very early 20s. I just turned 40. And I never in 12 years as a freelancer had one dark day by choice. If I chose not to work, is because I wanted to take a vacation or I wanted a break, but I would have people clawing at me to work. And there's a few people in here who can attest to that. But if you are a corporate girly, a corporate guy trying to transition out, and you want to, before going like full freelance, or you just not, I mean, full entrepreneur, or you're just not interested in being an entrepreneur, and you just want to do contract, 1099, independent work, you can ask questions too, and I can tell you how I did that. Can I just say this is so good? Oh, Shonda, I love you, girl. This is so dope. You are so dope. My self-help guided treasure journal for brown girls and women to help us. Oh my gosh. Tell us where we can support and we can heal all of the inner brown girls inside. I know everyone is so talented, so incredible. Hey, Ma. I'm a writer and I'm aiming to open a bring back bookstores. Open a bookstore, library, and speakeasy lounge with a dinner time. Love it. Love it. You were talking about AI to schedule your day. Yes. So what I did was I built a GPT, and on the back end, and back end just basically means I fed it a bunch of information about me. What I'm typically doing between the hours of 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. I only like doing meetings between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. So that I can deal with all the stuff in business that needs to be dealt with, and then I can work on the business from 12 to 7 p.m. So there's more information, but I basically on the back end told it everything about me, how I like to structure my day, how I like to structure my time. And then I also, each week, I go in and update it and say, here are all my deliverables for the week. Here's all my meetings for the week. And then I tell it, like, when you communicate to me, I just need straight, no chaser. Put it in bullet points. I don't need a whole bunch of fluff. And then each day I just go in there and I say, what do I need to do today? And it'll tell me, you need to work out, you got Pilates, or you're doing strength training from this time to that time. You got to meet with this person and that person. This day, you're doing your deep work around sales, around revenue. But yeah, I use ChatGPT to basically structure my life. I love AI so badly. It really changed my life, and I've only scratched the surface. Girl, we need an AI support group because we're addicted. If you are not using AI, you are behind. Do it for personal and professional. I agree. And if you are scared, it's okay. And I completely understand. And however I can help to like ease some of those fears. AI is amazing. It's giving you tools. It is great for businesses, students, entrepreneurs. Yes. Ascension ambition. Do you ever let folks go live with you to get specific support? Should we do that one day, Ashley? That sounds fun. I wrote a self-guided help journal. I love this idea. Do you do business audits to find areas where we should? Now that would be so fun. I call that hot seats. I do hot seats all the time. Me and my friends, we get together and do like masterminds where we come. If there's like 4 of us, it's a 4-hour session, right? We all come with one problem. You come with a problem and you get to talk about that problem for like 10 minutes. That's it. We're not spending 4 hours talking about your problems. People spend too much time talking about their problems. You need to spend more time talking about solutions. You bring your one problem to the table. You talk about it. We get to ask questions, probe, all that. Then everybody steps away, I think maybe 15, 20 minutes, and we're all brainstorming, right? Well, they could do this. They could do this. And then we get together and we mastermind and we all put our brains together to figure out how to solve your one problem. But I would love to do like hot seat stuff. I'm not a coach though. I'm not a certified coach, but I can share from experience things that have worked. Where do you learn AI? I would go on YouTube and just type in like AI for beginners and go from there. I use chat as my virtual assistant. Yes! I love this for you, sis. Look at all your sis. I know. I love y'all. Y'all are just the most kind, sweet, loving people. Exactly, you need to understand it for those jobs. Do you use Anthropic? I love Claude. Yes! Do you use Claude? I like them for writing and content plans, 100%. I love Claude for that. I use AI to help me create my books, and I was told not to use it. How are you using it, and who told you not to use it, and why did they tell you not to use it? I have questions. YouTube is your best friend. Oh, I love it. I love how we're all saying the same thing. We are all aligned. I'm very interested in learning AI. Please do. I'm an operations girl. Operations girl, AI is your friend. It can accelerate whatever you're doing in operations. Our head of operations uses AI all day. All day. How do we join, control, create? If you go to my link in my bio, there's a link tree, and then there's a link for control, create. You could just input your information and it'll alert you for the next one, which is basically in 2 weeks. So a clarity catalyst for everybody that was asking is igniting alignment, courage, and life-shifting breakthroughs in people. I love that. For us to do this work, for entrepreneurs, creatives, corporate girlies and guys transitioning out, that is necessary. I thought I could use Canva to write my book, and it doesn't seem like I can. Why not? I have questions, Shirls. Been heavily looking for a creative director and art director jobs, but thinking I could win without it. Absolutely. Just go freelance, and you can make so much more money and have so much more freedom. What connections do you have? Because that's probably going to be in ad agency world, production world. What does your network look like in that world? But I would absolutely be freelance. Unless, let me be careful about how I say that. Unless you have circumstances, right? Some people have health challenges and they can't, right? They gotta be locked into a job where there's a lot more security, have children, and they can't play that game of like waiting 60, 90 days for a paycheck potentially. So I say that with caution. My apologies. Can you share your LinkedIn? Shantae, if you're in here, can you drop my LinkedIn? Yes, I can help you. We have people in here helping each other. I love that. I can help you. I've created many books. Children coloring books on Canva. How to get upscale corporate clients for events. Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. Cold DMing works. I would target people who are in roles like ERG groups, because they're typically doing things in service to the community at these corporate jobs. And if there's things that you guys can connect to, I would I would leverage that. Whether you're talking to a woman who owns a woman-owned business, lean in with that. They're Black, Latina, whatever it may be. I would go where they network, conferences, and you got to do the research. You first have to identify who are the people that are responsible for the events, figure out where they hang out, what platforms they're active on, and then strategically figure out how to make contact with them or how to build relationships with them. Contact is like that's a cold lead, especially if you don't know these people. But you want to, for corporate, you really need warm connections. Like all of my corporate work came from relationships, and these were relationships I've nurtured for 1+ year before it converted into business. So because corporate is so massive and there's so much red tape, it's slower to like get through, but the payoff is massive, because you could only just have like a few clients a year and do very, very, very well when you're targeting corporate clients. But you need a strategy. And you need a strategy and a clear understanding that it takes time, especially when you don't have warm leads and you don't have pre-existing relationships with these people. Canva for design, but ChatGPT, Gemini tools like this will help. Congratulations on a 7-figure business. That is incredible. Yes. Now my goal is 8 because I'm a crazy person. And not because I'm greedy. It's just if I can get to 8, I can provide more jobs. My goal is to provide more jobs and have a greater impact. One of the reasons why I got into entrepreneurship, so before I became an entrepreneur, I was working at publishers like Vice, Refinery29. I helped launch Unbothered, which is the Black woman version of Refinery29. And this is not any shade at anybody who worked there, but often when I was working in these places, I hated the structure of the type of leadership I was under. Not the people, just the way things were ran. But as I started to climb and I became executive producer and director, I realized I had so much more power and I could determine the trajectory, the culture, the environment, the tone, all these things of our project. And people were happier at work. People got to go home at a reasonable time and be with their spouse, with their children. I was advocating for more pay, so people made their rate or something closer to their rate. And I was like, I don't want to play this game. And every institution I was in, I was constantly having to battle for these things for other human beings. I would get it for myself, but then as a leader, I did not feel good when it wasn't happening for other people. So naively, I started a company not knowing how insanely difficult it is so that I could be a safety place for other creatives. Because if you work in creative, you know, a lot of these people, they're not leaders. They're not trained professional leaders. They're people who had a phenomenal show idea and they got millions of dollars, so they went and started a company. Or they come from bread, and them and their bros went and tapped into their trust fund and started a massive publishing company. And so people bring all of who they are to the work, and we find ourselves under leadership of some challenging personalities, some toxic people, and I wanted that to be different. So we ain't all the way right? Every company has their things, but we strive to get things right and to do well by people. So with this goal, it's not about greed or just making more money. I just know with that, I can have more impact. For me, everything's about impact. Impact, impact, impact. The lives that I get to change, the people who we get to work with, everything's about impact. So yes, 8 figures up next. We got some connections happening. I worked in corporate event planning 22 years. Let's connect. Please drop tips in here, Shonda, about how people can get corporate clients. I think I answered this one about doing business audits, but I'd love to do hot seats where people come and we talk about looking to identify where the weakness is in the business and how they can fix that thing to improve systems, improve sales, and essentially improve the bottom line and make more money, improve revenue. I made the 8 p.m. live. Woo! Yes. I love it. Talk about, oh gosh. Y'all got to keep asking. I done did something and messed it up. Jody says, talk about supper club and sprints. So my friend Kelly, she hosts, I'll put a post up about it tomorrow. She hosts a supper club in New York for Black and brown entrepreneurs. And everybody does something different, all in different industries, sectors, different levels of experience, knowledge. But once a month, we come together and we commune and eat. And over dinner, we talk about a challenge that we have, and you have all these brilliant brains at the table helping you to solve for that problem. So my friend Kelly, she runs this org or this company called Guava, and it's essentially a community for Black and brown entrepreneurs or Black entrepreneurs. And maybe a year, it might have been earlier this year, she was telling me about how she always wanted to do like supper clubs for these entrepreneurs. And I was like, well, we could just do it at my house. So we started doing it in my community room, and I'll like post like a little story time about it. We started doing it in my community room, and Kelly, I helped initially, but Kelly took this thing over, and now like every single month the table is full. And so she has grown it into this beautiful space, incredible dinner, and just incredible people at the table with, I brought my niece just graduated high school back in May or June, and she's taking classes, she's working with me on some social stuff, she's figuring out life. But because of the type of people that are in this room, I had my niece come up from Connecticut, and I brought her to just sit and to observe, because it's important for me, for her to have this kind of access and proximity to the brilliant people that are in the room. So I'll do a story time and I'll post it so that people can check it out, and it's incredible. It's really good. And then the sprints, Jody is a part of the sprints that we're doing. We're actually doing one, and this answers my 2026 plan. We're doing a mastermind / sprint next Friday at Jody's house. Jody's a creator on here, one of my favorite creators on here. All beauty, all fashion. The girl is, not only is she like insanely physically gorgeous, her mind, like I wish that people like just knew all the pieces of her. The girl's mind is brilliant. She's charming, she's engaging, she's funny. She's so funny. But me, Kelly, Jody, next Friday, we're going to Jody's house and we're going to do a mastermind sprint. We're going to bring our problems, we're going to bring our 2026 plans, and we're going to make it happen. Jody is one of the creators that Willie B Studios is going to be working with. So the goal with Jody is Jody, I hope it's okay that I'm telling this. I won't tell everything, but Jody has some brilliant show ideas that me and my chief of content, her name is Anika. She's former Disney. She used to head up development for Disney, for Nat Geo. She has scaled so many of the enterprises within the Nat Geo and Disney family. And so me and Anika, who's our chief of content, have been working with Jody to develop out just the perfect concepts that can work for Jody and her brand and what we really believe her audience would love. So that will be happening in 2026, and we're super excited about that. But we're gonna be working on that next Friday at Jody's house. AI for entrepreneurs, ask about freelancing or AI tools. I don't know if that was a question. Oh, Jody, we got some fans in here. Oh my gosh, I love Jody. She's such a beautiful spirit. Oh, Jody, I love you too. Kelly, I love you too. You are so brilliant, and I love you too. And I can't wait for the next supper club. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow so everybody can know about the supper club. What a great aunt. Yes, we have to take care of our nieces and nephews. The supper clubs are like this in real life. Yes, so much shared advice and community, 100%. Oh my gosh, Kelly, so many people in here are talking about the supper club. DM Kelly if you want to learn more. Oh my gosh, I'm going to cry. This makes me so happy. Hot seats are great ideas if you will answer a lot of questions and concerns from one person. Thanks for the shout out. Are you hiring or contracting in any capacity? Freelancers here. We do a lot with freelancing. We do like a lot of 1-2 day shoots. So most of our, like, I'd say 80% of the contracting work we do is with crew members who work in like grip and electric department, camera department, sound department, art. But we always have shoots. So the answer is yes, we always need contractors. Oh, Shantae said absolutely. So that's our executive in charge, Shantae Smith. Oh, I met her when, y'all. Oh my goodness, my past life was pretty wild. Did some things I weren't too proud of, like working on black ink. But me and Shantae, sorry Shantae, don't mean to tell her your business. No, that's not how we work. We met. Me and Shantae, who's my executive in charge at Willie B, not mine, I don't like that. She's the executive in charge at Willie B Studios because she don't belong to me. She belongs to God, and she happens to work for Willie B Studios. She's executive in charge. Me and her met at church maybe 15 years ago, and she started doing my hair. She's the most sassiest, loving, brilliant, ride or die. Get you some executives on your team that are ride or die. I can't wait to tell the tea on how this girl has weathered the storm with me while I did some wild stuff at Willie B Studios. But we met at church, and then she needed like work or something. I was like, oh, you can come work with me at Black Ink, because the owners at the company love me, so they just used to let me do whatever. So she came and started working at Black Ink, and this girl she rose up the ranks from production assistant to now executive in charge of production of an entire studio. And she's just amazing. I would literally be in shambles if it was not for her. Okay, I got like 8 more minutes. Cheryl's does hair too. I don't do hair, I do hair. Shantae said, praise God. Yes, praise God for you. You sound like you have a wonderful journey going on with one. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. They are the people God has sent me to achieve the vision, to execute the mission that we're on. I'll start crying if I think too hard about it. Okay. I did, Jody. I talked about the AI creative event, Control Create, where if you're new, I started, I'm a co-founder of AI in the Culture. I co-founded it with King Williams. He is the creator of Move Bish, that is trending on TikTok, trending everywhere else. And BBL Drizzy, he's everywhere talking about AI. We co-founded this community to bring education and tools to Black and brown creatives, educators, innovators, so that they can move quicker, better, faster, and they don't get left, or we, ain't no they, it's us. We do not get left behind. So every 2 weeks, I host a free virtual work. It's free, y'all. You just come and learn. Literally, it's free. And I do it because I'm obsessed with this stuff, and I don't want people to get left behind. So I did it today at 7, and I'll do it again in 2 weeks at 7. I do it every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. And then I come right here because I'm a crazy person who likes to do too much. How are y'all looking for places to attend to network conferences? I think it depends on your industry. So it depends on your industry, and it depends on your level of career. So tell me that, and then I can answer your question. Because, depending on where you are and what your role is, you might want to be at HubSpot's annual conference, or you may want to be at AdColor. But it's really relative to your role, the type of things that you need to learn, and the type of people that you need to be connecting with and networking with. We need this for young girls coming up. That's yes. My baby can't get left behind, y'all. I can't do it. Just hopped on. This is dope, Shirley. You are loved. Somebody said, bust it out loud. Bust it out loud. I love Black ink. Oh. What were some barriers or obstacles you had to overcome to start seeing substantial growth? Everything started with me. I had to get over the fear of embarrassment. I had to be willing to like make mistakes out loud in front of everybody. I had to stretch myself, right? Like, you can't, doing 10 sales outreaches a day, it's not sufficient. All of this stuff is a numbers game, right? Like, think about this. If you want to 2x your business, you need to 2x yourself. 2x your consistency, 2x your discipline. 2x your I don't give a fucks. And it doesn't need to be massive in the moment. Oh Lord, this thing said, no, this thing done. Lord, y'all. I think I'm all right. I think I'm back. You got to 2x the stuff internally, and you got to stretch yourself. And everybody is not built for scale. Some of us should slow down at the need to scale so fast, so early, and give yourself an opportunity to get your bearings, to get your sea legs, because a lot comes with fast growth. A lot comes with growth. Right now, like, I think one of the biggest challenges that we're having, there's a book called Scaling Up. Entrepreneurs essentially have 4 big problems. It comes down to revenue, essentially profit, marketing, sales, or people. Right now, we're in a phase where our challenge is people. And people bring their whole selves to the job. Whatever is happening at home is coming to the workplace. And so if you grow too fast and you are not anchored in those areas, your business will collapse. I got 2 more minutes, y'all, and then the live is gonna end. Someone said to move the camera so the TV doesn't show. Well, what's on it? Oh, that's Myron Golden, y'all. If y'all do not follow Myron Golden, this is his YouTube. He's amazing. He basically bridges spiritual and biblical principles with entrepreneurship. So he's on YouTube. I probably listen to him about 3 or 4 times a week. He's incredible. He's incredible. And thank y'all for making sure it wasn't nothing crazy on that TV. It's marketing for me. Oh my gosh. And marketing is expensive. But AI can help you reduce your costs and build essentially like your own marketing team. Yes, my husband got me into him. They said, I'll get it by Elisha. Lord. Oh, thank you, Shante. This was great show. Okay, y'all, 60 seconds. I appreciate y'all. I will download this and look at the comments, and anything I didn't answer, I'll make videos around it. And then I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Toodles tuts. Bye-bye.